Alright, welcome back. X-Arm episode 3. It's probably gonna be bad, let's watch it. Angel of Murder. Oh, as if it wasn't edgy enough.
Yeah. Why?
Well, we remember the bioregister.
Oh, yeah. Also, at least I can justify that kisses don't look good unless
Ever.
you're a really good artist.
Yeah. Keep the
look,
visor on.
Yeah, keep the visor on. Keeping the visor on means I don't have to see the...
Yeah, I think...
This is being momentarily tolerable.
Yeah. Police girl even blinked. Speaking of which, it's the... I think one of the problems is how they compose their shots.
Because we actually were
like, they're doing better in here, but you look at traditional animation, the characters don't blink much, but usually you don't get shots looking at two characters head-on for the entire conversation. Without ever cutting. It's more like what it's doing now. With less of a frozen specter.
But it's sort of... We noticed that there's not actually a lot of movement in traditional animation, but...
It's somehow so much more egregious here. In part because what movement there is bad.
Yeah. I think there's also a subconscious desire for more out of a three-dimensional that a 2D image we're willing to accept as being more static than a three-dimensional one.
Yeah, it's possible.
If it's that, it's a subconscious level. I wouldn't actively say.
Yeah. In any case, that doesn't help it from being stiff.
She still looks like a fucking Barbie doll.
Yeah.
Her it's like she doesn't have eyelids. Her eyes are way creepy big.
And yeah, I know this is anime, but they're way bigger than the other characters in the same show. Even Police Girl, who's got the young eyes.
And we have our moment of completely awful action.
Yeah. Yeah, Smash Melee. Okay, and then there's that crazy.
I don't even know.
I assume he's gonna be driving the big white mech at some point.
Probably. When they need to have him flirt with the robot girl, I'm guessing.
Probably.
He can't very well flirt with her if he's...
From her own body.
Well... I mean, you don't really need an explanation to know that something called genocide is bad.
No. But giving him the background...
Yeah, it's just sort of...
is... I'll accept that.
So it doesn't seem like the kind of person that you should give asylum to.
No. Also, his mechs look like the episode 1 battle droids.
They did. I want to say that maid at least is a mech. I'm hoping that...
I hope so.
That the girl in the maid outfit was a mech, because otherwise...
Oh, there's a big white robot. Maid must be important. She's got a 3D model.
Oh, yeah. Why would your country accept him?
I mean, presumably because they're interested in the X-Arms.
Okay, she is an android.
Yeah.
Her eyes are a little more tolerable at that.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
Why did we even let this asshole in? So, okay. The U.S. doing dick swinging.
Let's play
okay.
international politics.
But I can believe the U.S. dick swinging.
Yeah.
I mean, you should probably put him somewhere where you have more security over him, not less.
Uh-huh.
I still don't like her face, even knowing she's an android.
Yeah. A little like Barbie, there's something a little off with her.
I mean, given that you don't have to be there physically, you're going to be on every mission. Ever.
Yeah, pretty much. That's entirely reasonable. You're the Decker. For now.
I mean, he's the Decker forever. Even when he gets the ability to do other stuff, he's still gonna get...
Yeah.
You are an idiot. Okay.
I think that was just getting us back to where we started.
Still, I feel like they're going to enjoy cutting to that shot too much.
Why?
Why do you close up on the...
We really don't need this show told from everyone's cornea. As the saying goes. Officer JPEG and his unmoving camouflage. He moved and the camo didn't.
I suppose she's an android. There are...
Yeah.
Straightforward
Yeah.
and to the point. See, shots like this I'm fine with, because I don't have to look any of the characters in the eye.
But the show's done so many shots where we have two characters standing next to each other, both looking at the camera as they talk. It's been mercifully light this episode.
Oddly enough, I noticed in that shot that they're audibly getting a little better about moving more than one.
Yeah. Normally you blow all your budget on episode 1, but it seems like they were muddling through and had no idea how to use the software and are actually working it out now.
I don't know. You'd think you'd go back and redo episode 1 to not suck.
Yeah. Especially since last year you got away with any sort of deadline slippage by screaming coronavirus.
Yeah, I mean...
Even if it wasn't for reason.
It is legitimately... It's not like it's not a reason.
Yeah. But even if it wasn't for real reason, you could just do that.
There has been a lot of talk about androids being used for,
search and rescue.
Though, from what I recall, the most recent one was a centipede design.
Pretty much.
It was kind of cool.
Now we're back to this...
Yeah.
The Y shots.
Mm-hmm. It's
also,
like her limbs are sinking into the ground.
Yeah.
Again, back to the plot, these are tolerable.
Yeah.
God, I hate his eyes.
Yeah.
Hers aren't nearly as bad, but I hate his eyes so fucking
Yeah.
much.
Like this shot. This is a bad shot.
That was just awful.
Yeah.
That was an awful moment. They're both staring blankly and their mouths moving meaninglessly, and there's
As
no
they
expression.
give us the dollar store version of the background from Beatless.
I mean, it is.
Yeah.
Sort of, it's fine. You acknowledged that why the androids would exist and why there would be issues around them.
Indeed.
You can't think they're actually just going to answer that?
Well, that's the info broker. Theoretically. That door needs a few more frames. Oh, look, it's the battleground from the opening.
Yeah.
I wonder if we're going to be having an awful slow motion fight here.
You should be hacking into the system and not
Yeah.
need the lights. Seriously, why would an android need the lights? Why do you have them limited to human visual spectrum? There is no reason to limit them to human visual spectrum.
But without that, we couldn't have the lead character be an idiot.
Look, it's Officer JPEG!
Yep. The... It's like McLeach.
Honestly, the correct answer would be to do what he says and
Yeah,
get out.
they've already deployed their agent.
And especially when you consider that... Oh, so he teleported their heads away?
And apparently has stored them.
That's exceptionally creepy.
I mean, if he can access the brains usefully...
Japanese... Why do you lead with Japanese police? Actually, I can...
Okay.
I can believe that.
Yeah. Be going for a replacement strategy.
And even if you weren't going for replacement, it gets you the ability
Faces
to...
a little less like Maid Girl. Did she just open that door with her face?
Let's go with yes. Yes, let the combat android do combat android stuff and hack into the computer system.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, right from the opening.
Yeah, that's a stupid question, sir. Clumsy ass. At least that damn thing has a channel time.
Yeah.
Oh look, he had an expression! He had an expression!
Oh god, in this space? That's rare.
I mean, it was only for a second, but he had an expression.
I'm really thinking we're looking almost like it's student projects work. Still don't know when and where to slow-mo.
Okay, why could she do it in half a second there, but hasn't been able to melt?
I think her problem is that she's targeting point in space. I'm not sure she's good at moving target.
Also, you're kind of... You were kind of in the middle of combat. That's not a great time to...
Just run.
On top of that, the correct answer was for them to go, yes, sir, and leave, and then, and let their... And
have trouble extracting her later.
yeah, well, he's different than other Exons.
Chick with the waving hair is obviously not important. She's a JPEG.
And And it makes sense to have the. He's not like other X-Arms. He's a.
Thinking person.
You can't really call him human anymore.
Mm-hmm.
At least I wouldn't. But
He's an isolated brain.
Mm-hmm. Okay, having
Seriously,
a blank expression.
don't have a shootout with the UN.
Why are you having a shootout with the UN? Why are you not falling back? Does additional equipment mean
The super
giant
robot?
robots?
Hopefully.
I like giant robots. I can't remember if a car on its side like that would be decent cover or not.
On its side, I think it would be.
Because I know car doors are the worst.
Unless
Cover.
they're specifically reinforced. But at least the hood area would be. The engine block's gonna...
And otherwise, there's a lot of bits and pieces that'll deflect it. And I don't know what the hell's with the dog robots.
And their loser guns. Seriously, all the guns in this are really poorly done.
They're poorly designed and...
It feels... fires very unsatisfying...
Oh, look! Fire
yeah, the explosion.gif is back!
I thought it was fire.gif.
Right, it was fire.gif last time.
Did you just
Teleport a missile in?
Let's go with sure.
And the big robot's here.
Being piloted by, Okay, given all this, I'm wondering what's up with the... I feel like we might have an interesting twist with the Master, 'cause
Yeah.
we haven't seen...
And we were
his
told
face.
only a human is supposed to be able to use an X-arm, so... there might not be a lot of him left.
Mm-hmm. I think that's Mr. Farm Guy.
Yeah, it is. The info broker who has a 3D model, so he must be important.
Mm-hmm. No, really, JPEG.
Yeah. At least spring for a PNG.
Yeah.
Was the file size too big on your student project? Did you have to cut it down to email it?
Okay, what's it? Giant robot. I'm going...
Mm-hmm.
What? Stop slow-moing everything. We
Yeah,
really don't need...
this is not the Matrix.
We don't need to slow-mo everything. Also, what was the need to throw missiles at every single object in the near vicinity? Did she just say trailer cum?
I think so.
Yeah, I'm guessing he
Yeah.
might be wired into her.
Also, how did we get a lot of UN vehicles back? They just respawned.
don't even... No, she's a robot. You're an idiot.
Yeah. I mean, if they're going to build him up with the robot chick, then
You have
they
to...
need to assume that robots can have feelings.
Okay, that was resembling an emotion, but, in a bad way.
Mm-hmm. Oh, this minigame.
You gave up in like 5 seconds. Really,
Yeah.
Instead of that was the... Everything around you is doomed.
Brother JPEG.
We have no idea what he just hacked into, so...
No.
We don't actually know...
You know, you should generally punch someone if you're going to punch them.
Aww. I mean, she's a... I'm guessing whatever big robot was in the trailer is some...
Yeah. Oh, ogre robot, as it said. So, okay, I'm betting Maid's a recurring villain, then. I mean, she did get a 3D model.
Yeah. When Officer Moron got a JPEG. Okay, look. Put out the fire.gif. I wanted to see the robot.
And that's really where we end this one.
In the middle of a firefight, staring at fire.gif.
It kind of feels like nothing got accomplished.
There were a lot of bad action sequences.
I guess that did eat up the time, but...
And we got some exposition.
Yeah. Yeah. It really is feeling increasingly... This is a student project. They were clearly learning every episode, and they still are not anywhere near competence. I doubt they'll make it.
It was just sort of the... Wait, he showed emotion there, and
Yeah.
and they more than one object moved at a time.
Like, episode 1 was really egregious, and episode 2 was bad, and this was still bad, but...
Slightly more tolerable, like an inch.
Yeah, it actually got a point for something somewhere along the line.
God, I hate his face, though.
Yeah,
Like
he's got a really stupid face.
There's like 0 shots of his face I don't hate. Anyway.
Frankly, Alma doesn't have a great face either.
Anyway, we're done complaining.
Yeah, bye.